Oh, you're back. Where's everybody, huh?
Dead. Run away. Looking after their homes. Here there's no gods. I walked in just. How is she?
Hello, Madeline. You all right?
Yes. And you?
Well, this has taken a bit of a beating, but we're okay.
I'll see to her.
Fine.
How is she?
Oh, she's a bit stronger. She's been resting, sleeping a lot.
Through this?
Yeah, even through this. Oh, God, what a mess. Think we've done it?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening anywhere else. Got a cigarette? Got a match?
Yeah.
Everything's a shambles here. My living quarters are blown down.
Hmm?
I wasn't there. I was in the laboratory, that's all right.
And the computer?
Front of the building's a wreck.
Too much to hope, wouldn't it? You look after her.
Dr. Fleming, it's all right. Everything's working. Nothing is hurt. Nothing is hurt.
Ah, Professor Dornay. You were not damaged by the storm, I trust?
No?
Fräulein Gamboul is dead.
Dead?
She was killed by the tornado. I am now the senior representative of Intel in this country, and I ask you to help me. Our measures against the bacterium causing the storms, they are successful?
Looks like it. Here for the moment, at any rate.
Everywhere else they say things are as bad, if not worse. Unless we give them your cure.
And quickly.
That is what I have thought. Fräulein Gamboul would have let it go on until the rest of the world accepted her terms. She was insane. She killed Salim. She shot him dead. Did you know that? She was like a woman possessed. She would have left everything too late until we should have all have...
We may still.
No. There was an appeal from London, and I answered it. Now I am sending them the formula, together with samples of the antibacterium, and Professor Nielsen.
Nielsen?
Oh, yes, I know he's here. I've met him. He doesn't like me. But I am a businessman, and a good businessman sees through a calamity to the far side.
Then you're making a present of it.
Well, not a present exactly. People will be prepared to pay a great deal. As I said, I'm a businessman. You will have a batch ready.
Has she woken yet?
Is it working?
Yes, it's working. The barograph in the laboratory is going up, but how long it'll last, I don't know. If the original bacterium's still breeding and the air pressure's falling everywhere else, then I don't know how long it'll hold up here.
It wasn't in the message. So it must...
What?
I tried to tell her, but she wouldn't listen.
Gamble? She's dead.
Carl,
Yes. He's in charge.
do you believe me? Tell me what has happened, and I'll tell you what to do.
Professor Dorney, I cannot imagine how you came here.
I had to steal a vehicle from Intel.
The country is dying.
The whole world, maybe.
There are no communications. There is no order. There will be disease, rioting. What can I do? Barricade myself in here, go back to my tribe, disguise myself in a dirty jibba? Can you see me? What do you think I can do?
You'll have to rely on whatever help we can give you. Now that Salem and Gamble are dead, you're free.
Free? It's a little late.
It may not be. It partly depends on you, Your Excellency. If the antibacterium is sent out of here by Intel and it works, then it'll be Intel's world. Kaufman knows that. He'll fix his price.
Well, how can I stop him? What can I do?
It must be sent as a gift by you. We will deal with Kaufman. It'll be the first act of a free state.
Or the last?
Not if other countries receive it, and enough is poured in at the same time. Then we've a chance to live, but not at the hands of Intel. Your Excellency, ever since the message first came through and the first computer was built, a few people have been trying to keep it out of the wrong hands and put it into the right ones.
And what are mine?
What we will make them for you.
So yours are the right ones?
But someone must take the responsibility.
And to whom will you be responsible? Hundreds of thousands of people have been killed already because of these experiments.
It was an accident. It could have happened with any experiment. I made a mistake.
Hundreds of thousands more may have to die correcting your mistake. The errors of politicians are sometimes expensive, and businessmen sometimes profit from them. But you scientists, you kill half the world, and the other half cannot live without you. I am your hands, Professor. I wish that I were not.
The gas is still bubbling out of the sea. You can feel it. The air is easier to breathe. Can't you feel it?
I must go down. Mama and the baby.
They may not be safe yet, Lemke.
But please,
Please, if anyone goes down to the town, I will.
Apple? Apple! Oh, Apple. Apple, are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Jan, is he all right?
Yes, he's all right, too. Here. Take him.
And you?
I'm all right.
I came up to bring food for Professor Nielsen. And then the storm started, and they made me stay. They wouldn't let me leave. They said it was not safe.
Lemka, Mama is dead. The house fell on them. I got Jan out. I think she was killed at once.
We must go down.
Is he all right?
Yes.
Abu, I made your wife stay here.
Thank you.
Abu Zaki.
How you sell? You sell Mama is dead.
Dead.
The house fell down.
All of you clever people. What do you think you're doing, all of you?
You saw.
We're trying to do something right. We're trying. Abu, I had this note from Kaufman.
What is it?
Well, he wants to help. He wants me to go down to the town and says there'll be no danger.
How did you get it?
Hussein brought it.
From Kaufman.
You tell him.
German Kaufman. He had me tied up back at your house. I don't know what happened. I passed out. When I came around, I was locked up somewhere they had taken me.
Some water.
Then he sends me up here to fetch Professor Nielsen.
He came up here when the storm started. I wanted to kill him.
You should not say that. All the same, you cannot trust him.
It's a trap.
Everything is at 5s and 6s. That is wrong.
You've said it. You're just about right.
I say it's a trap.
What do you think, Abu?
I will go down and find out.
John, are you there?
Yeah, I'm working out this thing for Andre. On most of the chemical conversions, it doesn't seem to make sense.
It could be lethal if it's wrong.
And she's dying anyway, isn't she? Look, I've
John,
tried
there isn't
always.
time.
No time.
No, not for this. We've made a lot of mistakes. Now I'm trying to get things right because it's the only hope we have. What happens to the rest of the world depends on us, on whether we take over here or whether Kaufman does.
You haven't had the treatment too, have you?
Treatment?
Like Gamboul.
Gamboul was only supposed to protect us until we were in a position to make our own judgments. She didn't know about the antibacterium because this thing didn't know about it. And when we came up with the antidote, she thought that it was something designed to increase her power. But John, you realize that now, if my bug works, this can be the hub of the new world. I need your help.
And Andre can wait, huh?
She'll have to wait. There are others dying besides her. Abu Zeki, have you brought Professor Nielsen with you?
No, he wasn't sure.
Whether to trust Kaufman.
Yes.
Now listen, John. This is what must be done first.
Hello. Hello, hello. Reception.
Everyone goes. I think they leave the city.
Wer ist da? Wer spricht da? Sagen Sie etwas.
I'm afraid I don't speak German.
Oh, who is that speaking?
My name is Nielsen.
Oh, Professor Nielsen, I'm so glad you arrived at last. Would you care to come up to my office, please? It's on the first floor.
Yeah, sure. I'll be right up. You better wait here.
It's at the top of the stairs.
Enter. Professor Professor Nielsen. Please, sit down. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting so long before I could see you, but everything's so difficult. It's a terrible time.
You're going to let me get back to London?
But yes, I have ordered a plane to be sent from Vienna. I'm a man at my word.
The antibacterial?
Being loaded. You may have a bad flight, I'm afraid. There are storms everywhere still, except here. Here there is only disorganization and debris.
You have a letter from the president?
How did you know that?
I asked.
Yes, the official authority. But really, of course, everything is being done by us.
Why?
We, Intel, will make it and market it. Though, of course, we shall not hold our fellow men to ransom.
No?
That was the idea. I stopped it.
You're not in a position to dispense charity, Kaufman.
What are you doing here?
Something that should have been done a long time ago. And no Azaran guards to protect you now, not even a receptionist.
It's no use sparing old grudges. One does what one has to do for the organization one works for. One does what they say. But at the same time, one tries to do good.
You killed my son.
Maybe you don't remember him among the others.
If we'd been alone up there, I'd have killed you.
Please.
What happened to Gamboul?
She fell. The balcony of our house, it all fell.
And you were there?
I saw it. She was mad, completely mad. I couldn't stop her.
Did you try?
No. I could have saved her, but I didn't. Instead, I chose to save...
Your own skin.
The world.
It's not an honor you deserve, Kaufman. You don't qualify.
A few lives, Dr. Fleming, compared to millions. I am doing business fairly. You cannot get in my way like this.
This isn't a business deal. You'll make the remaining arrangements for Professor Nielsen's flight. Make certain it goes in the right direction. That's the last thing you'll organize here, you or anyone like you. All right, get on with it. I'll give you the registration number of the car, which is to be loaded up to the aircraft.
Very well. But, I shall have to check the phone number. It's not your game, gentlemen. You shouldn't try it. Watch it, Niels.
Look out, Abu!
Leave him. We're not going to kill you. There's a murder charge waiting for you to answer in Geneva.
Not so!
And in other places if the courts aren't blown down. I'll go back with you on the plane.
I think he's dead.
Abazeki.
Well done, Osborne.
Thought I wasn't going to make it.
Found the road's open. What's it like your way? Oh, it's a nightmare. All the low ground's flooded and the hills are uninhabitable because the air's so thin. We live in a slough of despond.
I've never lived in Slough.
Good evening to you.
Good evening, sir.
It's no good, this business for old people. We shall be the first to succumb. It'll solve many a political problem. You'll soon have the youngest cabinet in history, called the Survivors. How are you feeling, Radcliffe?
Well, not too lively, sir.
You see? Yours will be an early vacancy. I suppose ministers of science are expendable. Well, Osborne?
Yes, thank you, sir.
I'm glad to hear of it. I mean, have you any news for us?
Oh, yeah, Nielsen's on his way, sir, from Azaran.
Ah.
He's having a pretty rough passage, according to the RT.
Quite so.
He has Kaufman with him, sir. In handcuffs, being as sick as a cat.
Quite so, Mr. Osborne. And the antibacterium?
All they can carry, sir, which isn't very much these days.
How much?
Enough samples to distribute to about 1,000 breeding centers.
Through the international organization?
Yes, sir.
Good. Well, dear boy, let's hope it comes in time for some of us.
Coming up, steady. Coming up. Coming up. The next density check. Okay.
Where's Mr. Sharpling?
Down in the boat, sir.
Good evening, Sharpling.
Good evening, Professor.
How's it going?
Going fine.
There you are, Minister.
Can you actually see it?
Over there, where the light's shining. How long have the bubbles been forming, Sharpling?
About 2.5 hours since it was first noticed. Now it's spreading right across the water.
You see it, Osborne? That's the nitrogen being released as the new bacterium is killing off the old ones.
Thank God.
Thank God.
We are doing everything we can with the help of the scientists in whose hands our fate now lies. Strains of the newly synthesized bacterium, which we have received from Azaran, are being bred in bulk as fast as possible and pumped into the seas all around our coasts. Further batches will be sent in haste to other countries so that a concerted effort can be made in every corner of the globe. For when the content of the sea is changed, then the tide will turn with it, and we shall all breathe our native air again.
For many centuries, we have been considered a backward people. But today, if we can bring salvation to the rest of the world, it will be our privilege and our joy. Already, over our own country, the skies are being reconstituted by these technical means, and the earth is growing fruitful again. In fact, we are now enjoying another spring.
Anybody home? You there? Hello? I came...
Yes?
I came
Do
to
not
say...
tell me you are sorry, or it was not your fault. Do not tell me that either.
I didn't want...
No, of course.
I didn't want to involve your husband.
You involved us all.
I liked him, you know. I liked him a lot. Came to see if there's anything I could do.
Leave us alone. Leave us alone, simply.
Well, I thought perhaps I could...
Haven't you done enough? You saved the world from your own bungle. So now you think it is all right for everybody. How can you, all of you, be so arrogant? You don't believe in God. You don't accept life as his gift. You want to change it because you think you are cleverer.
I've tried to stop
You tried. And we suffer.
I brought these things of Abuzeki's. There are a few personal papers from his desk and photographs of you and...
The girl, your girl, was right when she said you condemn us. Why don't you go back and listen to her?
She's dying.
You kill her too?
الله رايحة فين يا ست؟ مش شايفة عشان كده شوية
Hitler mal hina!
حبيبي يا حبيبي ميا 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 يا ليلى يا حبيبي يا حبيبي يا ولا
What a hell of a mess.
Salam alaikum.
For heaven's sake, you're drunk.
For heaven's sake, I am.
Look at my laboratory. What do you think you're doing?
I'm getting out this synthesis for Andre. Most of the main chains are built, but the groups and the side chains are all to hell.
I'm not surprised. What a mess. Here, you better leave it to me.
I thought you were too busy. I thought you were too busy organizing everybody around here.
I told you first things first. Now, come on, leave it to me.
Do you think it's,
I don't know. If it's a chemical deficiency, then there'll be a chemical answer, but Lord knows if this is it.
Has to be, doesn't it?
Why do you want to do this? You've always been afraid of her. Ever since she was first made, you've wanted her kept away, eh? Well?
Now I want her to live.
Because you want to know. Because you're a scientist, you want to know. In the end, what the message is all about. That's really the reason, isn't it? That's why you wanted to live.
You got some funny old ideas, haven't you?
Maybe. I think that can be the last one.
Why have you done this?
I made you. I was proud of you.
I'd like to thank you.
No. Thank John.
Does he know yet? What will he do now?
I don't know. He's divided. Part of him wants to go on and the other part's frightened. Not of the usual things, the things inside his own head. We're all of us like that. We're all of us frightened. I started the storms. I had no idea what I was doing. It's often the way in science. You do something that seems perfectly innocent, and suddenly you lose control of it. It slips away from you. And it grows into something you've lost control of.
But if you do nothing...
We know. That's why we go on. But it doesn't stop us from being mortally afraid of going forward.
And I stand for going forward.
You stand for much more. Down here on this cozy little earth, we used to think that we were protected from outside by sheer distance. Now we see that intelligence, pure, raw intelligence, can cross great gulfs of space and threaten us.
Do you still think of me as a threat?
No. No, I don't.
Dr. Fleming.
How yourself?
What is all this?
That's the master coding for all this. The information we got from another planet and all the calculations derived from it. You can pack it all into a dozen or so large boxes like this, and it contains more information than we could ever analyze.
What are you going to do with it?
Keep it somewhere safe.
The computer and,
Andromeda?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She will live?
I'm given to understand so. As what or how long, heaven only knows.
Dr. Fleming,
Yeah?
do you want me any more today?
No.
If there's anything you need when I come in the morning, you will, leave a message, yes?
Yeah, I'll leave a message.
Good afternoon.
What's Yusel doing here?
Giving him Abuzeki's old job. He just has to switch things on and off. Make a living for Abuzeki's family. We've got to start picking up the pieces, haven't we?
John?
Mm-hmm.
She's here.
You've brought her here. But she'll be back with this. Same old thing all over again. Look, how long can we go on competing with her and this?
That depends on you. I can't help you any longer. I'm going home.
Going home?
To England.
Madeline, you can't leave me like this.
Look, John, you're not a child any longer that hides behind his mother's skirts. You're supposed to be a scientist. You're supposed to use facts. Andre didn't use you or me. It was we who turned the world upside down. It was Andre who saved it. You've uncovered something, John. Something new. Through your discovery, I made life.
Why must you go?
I'm entitled to some rest. You know what life is? A spot of soot. Carbon, nitrogen, add various bits of dirt to taste, mix with water and stir well. And that's life. When you put this commonplace stuff together, it suddenly becomes very precious. No matter what form you give it, it's always the same. What you do with it, it's up to you. I'll see you before I go.
I can hardly believe you. That you like this.
You're not glad?
Glad? Of course I'm glad.
But what?
Oh, I don't know.
Are you still afraid of me?
Yes, while you're still a mechanical doll, a puppet on strings.
And you're not. In spite of all your science, you still think of yourselves as divine and unique creations. 3,000 million of you on this earth alone, all made like that. We're all puppets on strings.
Shall we dance?
I'll do whatever you say.
You said that before.
But now,
No, I don't know.
I know. We can't go different ways any longer.
Then we'll go away together. After we've destroyed this. We'll make a job of it this time.
Where would we go?
Oh, somewhere where we weren't before. Where there's peace.
Do you think we'd be allowed to live in peace? The only safe place for us now is here. And if we accept this and its protection, we accept what is planned.
Now, what is planned?
What you want. It'll be done here and in the rest of the world.
Establishing the Pax Romana, the peace that comes when you've wiped out all opposition. Oh, no, I'm not cut out to be a dictator.
The only possible sort of dictator is someone who's not cut out for it. Not a Salim or a Gambu, but someone...
Who is not me.
Why not? If we don't try, the earth is condemned. Would you let a child burn its hands out of ignorance when you could stop it?
It isn't the same thing.
It is the same. We've been given the knowledge of an adult. Through this, we've been given the knowledge of what has happened in other places. I'll show you.
What is it?
The place where it started
Looks like the moon.
is the planet from which the message came.
The lighting's completely weird.
Because their star is very blue.
What are they?
They are the ones who sent it. The ones I am supposed to be like.
You can't move.
No, really big brains cannot move. And they have no eyes.
Because of the destructive effect of blue light.
They have different senses, that's all.
Is that all? Is that all there is? Is there nothing else?
No, they are the ones.
I don't understand. Why should they want to show us their planet?
Because they wanted us to see it.
Why?
As a warning. To show us what has happened and how they survived. How we can.
No.
We can only start pointing the way. It'll take millions on millions of years.
We haven't the right.
To use knowledge?
Not through this.
Then you want us to destroy it.
Yes. That's what I want. What's that?
It's a roll of input negative. It writes zeros everywhere throughout the memory. The computer has no will to stop it. In a few moments, this will be a useless piece of glass and metal. No. I'd rather you didn't do it.
Why not?
It's a mistake. I would rather it wasn't yours. We'll leave a note. Who for?
You, Sal.
He'll do it quite innocently when he comes in the morning. Now take me away, please. If that's what you really want.
All right. I've got Kaufman's car outside.
What is it?
It's a temple.
Why have we come here?
To breathe.
That's it, isn't it? My namesake, Andromeda.
Yes. That's where they are. Creatures without eyes. It still doesn't make sense. Think what it made us build at Thorn S. Remember what it did to you?
If it had been very reasonable and wise, would you have opposed it?
Maybe not.
Then you really would have fallen under its spell. You and everybody else.
A sort of compulsion like Gambool had.
Yes, in fact, what you were afraid of. But by making it brutal and savage, they forced you to take the control yourself, which was what was intended.
And the nitrogen bug?
That was to make absolutely sure the control would be changed.
So that we could take the decisions ourselves.
Yes.
But why did it steer so close? It nearly finished us off.
There was a miscalculation.
Oh, don't kid yourself. That thing never made a mistake.
They made one. They hadn't reckoned on someone like you. They never thought the computer would be destroyed, only that it would be changed. The bug could have been coped with much sooner if you hadn't destroyed it.
You've no proof.
I know that you destroyed the one means of saving everything. At least it would have been if Bridger hadn't sold the design to Intel.
Good old Dennis. They should bury him in Westminster Abbey. What was your purpose? To establish it here as a power?
No, that would have been done in any case. My job was to find someone who'd understand how to use it.
Me?
I thought so. But you wouldn't trust it. Yet you expected a breakthrough into new knowledge. This is it, John. It's in your hands.
And you?
I'm in your hands, too.
But what are you?
Flesh and blood. Dorney's mixture.
It's nearly dawn.
Yes.
I remember when the message first came through. Way back in England. I was burbling on about the new Renaissance. I was a bit stewed. And old Dennis said, when all the railings are down, you've got to have something to hang on to. Well, I better get used to hanging on to you, hadn't I?
And the message?
Oh, we save it, don't we? We've just about got time to beat you, Sell, to it. The new Renaissance begins in about an hour from now. If we get cracking.